I don't know, you think. Maybe this time it'll be different. Maybe this time the lesson will take. It'll stick. You'll understand one of those crazy scam school tricks that you heard of all these years. I mean, it's not like there could be a whole bunch more happening beneath the surface. Unless there is. Unless an amazing, incredible, wider world awaits you. In which case, you, my friend, you just crossed over a threshold. You entered the shenanigans, the tomfoolery, the insanity of office hours. Day 162. Hello, you beautiful people. I'm Brian Brushwood. If you don't know me, that's all right. I'm going to creep up on you like a virus, an infection, like a ninja in the night. These beautiful people, these are the elites. These are the real ones, the Diamond Club. The ones who show up with their time, energy, and effort live every single day. We are now on day 61 of doing Scam School. If you missed it, Scam School was the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. It was the program that put your humble host right on the map. And now it lives as a pinpoint in history. The moment that critical thinking infected the internet. Sure, yeah, that's right. I'll take credit for inventing critical thinking. And that's why we keep the celebration, the story alive by watching the episodes and revealing behind-the-scenes intel. Today, you'll never guess who the sponsor is on this episode, but we're going to watch the entirety of 3 Caps, 1 Beverage. You guys ask questions in the chat, and then we'll learn all about it. Here we go.
How do you use 3 bottle caps to win a free drink? Stick around. This episode brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. You know, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and as you know by now, it's the tricks that get everybody's attention, but it's the puzzles that win you a free drink. And I've got a good one for you this week. It's called 3 Caps, 1 Beverage. Here you go, check this out. You ready? Here, watch closely. Here we go. Ready? Watch close. Ready?
What the hell?
Pick it up. Feel it.
Holy crap! What are you doing? Feel it. It's like ice. What are you having now?
Isn't that awesome? Dang! Wow! It's magic. There you go. Yeah. What's going on? I'm Brian.
I'm Dan.
Dan and
Aaron.
it is good to meet you guys. We're going to play a little game.
Likewise.
It looks like we're
Alright.
going to play the 3 shell game or something, right?
Yeah.
But instead, we're going to do a puzzle. Here's the setup for the puzzle. There are 3 rules. I think there are 3. We'll find out as I give them. But the idea is they're going to start like this, and you need to end up with this one between these 2.
All right.
All right, now here are the rules, okay? First of all, this first one, you're allowed to move and touch. Do whatever you want with it.
We are.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You are. This one right here is firmly rooted to the ground. You can touch it, but it can't move. So imagine it's super glued in place
Okay.
right there, right? This last one, you can't touch it. And worse yet, if this one touches it, it's an antimatter explosion and the entire world ends.
Okay. All right.
So you don't want to end it.
Serious.
Within those rules, can you get this guy between those 2?
How is it possible?
Well, play around with it. So go ahead and
Whoa.
actually get hands-on with it.
Wait a
You're
minute.
like, how did you move it? I thought it had roots. Or were you nervous because I almost ended the world by touching
That's right.
those
That's the
2?
whole thing.
This one had. Okay.
So this
So
one has
this
to
one I
go.
can do whatever I want.
Yep.
This one we can't move.
So.
Cannot move. It's got roots on the ground.
So.
And this one we can't touch.
Correct.
Is this
and
a
worse
trick
yet.
question?
You
I mean,
touch
this
it with
is
that,
this
yes.
is
The
this
whole
is a
world
magic
ends.
trick.
Whole world ends. You don't want the world to end.
I got it. So how was your day?
Are you allowed to put this one?
Oh, you're just dangerously close to ending the world.
In between?
I mean, do whatever you want. I just don't want those 2 to
Dan,
touch.
help me.
I don't know what to say. I mean, what can we do? We can't move this one.
Correct.
We can't touch that one. We have to get that in between.
Can you blow
That's right.
on it?
That's a really good solution, but I'm gonna say no.
Dana, you gotta come up with some better ideas.
Well, the problem with this one is we can touch it, but we can't remove it.
Can you touch it with this?
Wait, if that one touches that one, it explodes.
Because I'm not touching it. My
Yeah, but
finger's
you
not.
can't move it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking maybe, I don't even know what to do. Can we just do this and you just don't realize?
Don't touch! Oh, okay. I thought you were about to end the world.
I know the rules, I know what's gonna happen. So we can touch it, but we can't move it.
Correct.
We can't touch this one at all.
Correct.
And when you say touch, you're saying...
With our
I mean,
finger?
physically touch, or, and as we all know, if those two touch, antimatter explosion.
Can we touch it with like a pointer or like a small stick or something?
Nope, everything you need is right there in front of you.
You know, I don't know. Yeah.
Anytime you ready to, only one beverage, we'll buy you the answer.
All right, well, let's just hang out. We'll see what happens.
Now, I love the solution to this puzzle, but first I need you guys to check out CoorsLight.com and find out everything you need to escape work and catch the 4:53 to happy hour.
You know what?
Coors Light
I'm gonna
Online reminds weary
let
workers to
this
slip out of the
stand
office at
because I want to know
4:53
how
for
this
cold,
holds up
refreshing
over all
Coors
these
Light.
years.
The site
Look at
offers
them
visitors
flash
helpful tools
graphics.
to thwart your bosses and get together over cold ones.
Thwart your bosses. Got him.
Are you guys ready for the solution? It is elegant and beautiful.
Okay, go ahead.
You
Show us
ready?
What you got.
Here we go. Remember the rules. You can move, do whatever you want.
Okay.
This one's super glued. It's got roots. Oh, except for I just moved it magically. And then this one right here, you can't touch, even though I just touched it. Right? There we go. Within the rules. Put this right here. Then we'll go 1, 2, a pop. There we go. And I got to make sure that stays glued. And there it is.
Amazing.
Well done.
Totally worth
You've
the drink,
blown me
right?
away.
There you go. Thanks to you guys. Good job.
Cheers.
Now, if you're going to pull this puzzle, you got to practice beforehand because those bottle caps are a little bit tricky, and every surface you work on, every table is going to be a little bit different. I like using bottle caps because you can differentiate the rules by whether they're face up or face down. Any questions about this puzzle, or if you want to suggest your favorite bar scam, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. And of course, you can get all the latest updates on Scam School at twitter.com/scamschool, or follow me all over the United States at twitter.com/schwood. Next week, we're going to be doing a very special episode. It is our Salute to Poison episode. That's Poison, the toxic substance, not the awesome 80s band. It'll be nothing but a good time.
Oh my God! There we go. Excellent, man. Let's do this. Oh wait, there we go. Hold on. And then now we got it right. There we go. Okay, so a lot of things. First of all, let's start with the most important question. BioCow asks, wait a minute, doesn't that middle cap move? The answer is, after much debate in many of the comments, the answer is no. It turns out that in a Newton's cradle thing, the energy is transferred without it moving. And let me, in fact, we'll check with a robot real quick. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Pow, pow. In a Newton's cradle setup, when one of the balls is hit on one side, does the ball need to actually physically move to transfer the energy through to the other touching ball? There's a bar scam that we did that involves a similar principle with coins or bottle caps transferring the energy. And I am pretty sure that the ball that transfers the energy does not move at all, but I wanted to double check my facts. Also, cite sources. Also, no hallucinations. Got him. No hallucinations, you say? That was my best trick. Sorry, my guy. Whoa. Whoa. Look at this. Whoa. Guys, have you ever seen this? It just pasted the response in the prompt. That's wild. The ball does not need to physically move to transfer the energy. This is because the energy transfer, the transmission of force and momentum rather than physical movement. How wild. Wait, does that imply... What just happened? So, from its perspective, now it's critiquing itself. That's amazing. I ain't never seen that before. How about that? They usually, well, I'm not talking about usually. I mean at a core level. Like, does it work? Directionally correct. Your version. It's your version, my guy. What are you doing? All right, so heads up. Everybody who's playing along at home, we're about to get to the next two phases of things. But first, you should know that we're trying the new ultra low latency mode on YouTube. So if you guys want to try to see whether or not, or how fast the lag is on that, then that would be great. We can find that out. So, yeah. Well, also, like, everything is in motion. Once we're invoking subatomic particles and Brownian motion and Heisenberg uncertainty principles, then I'm gonna say we're a little bit beyond the purview of your average bar scam and magic trick. Okay, so Twitch and YouTube are both at around 8 seconds. Well, that's not too bad. I thought we had gotten all the way down to 2 or 3 seconds. All right, let's check in on some of the production notes on this one. This was, in general, I thought a really good integration for being a blatant ad and for them saying, hey, what can you do that is Coors Light related? I was rather pleased that the first thing I did was get that fat logo. Look at that. Look at that magic trick. This is a magic trick called Frozen by Adam Grace. And I wish I could tell you exactly how I did it, but it's a marketed effect. And so I'm not going to tell you. But one of the things that I like about this is because we have the power of editing, there's a whole setup for things that you have to do. If you're going to do this as a walk around effect, we skip all that. We just get to the money shot, right? It's just the awesome part where you blow on it and it freezes, which I thought was brilliant co-branded marketing for the Coors brand in that they're all about cold as the Rockies and whatnot. Look at that. Come on. That's good integration. And then I took what was originally a bar trick using coins and did it with caps instead. It wasn't exactly the best using caps, but it was an even tighter integration. So I feel like they got their money's worth out of the whole thing. But Earth 56 is, I'll tell you what, guys, if you want to know, it's called Adam Grace's Frozen. That's the name of the trick. Congrats. Now you can take whatever actions you want, including buying it. I think that's a good idea. It's a good trick. Nowadays, in terms of this one, I'm going to grade on a curve because it was a new trick to me, a new puzzle to me with a different integration with the bottle cap. So there are a number of things to solve for it. Nowadays, I think we revisited it later at some point. And I think I did a better job of telling an actual story because very quickly it gets difficult to remember which one has which set of rules, can do, can't do, or whatever. And I think in general, human brains are just better at mapping onto characters. So I would tell a story about that now, but it's not bad. Also, in this case, when we get to the end, the surprise, there's kind of like a dead cat bounce at the end where it's like, oh, so what I would do is I would instead announce now as I would open the loop is what I think of it as. I would say, I'm about to show you the solution. And when I do, the first thing you're going to want to think is, but it moved. I assure you, it does not. In fact, look very closely and see whether or not it moves. Then, boom. Then what we've done is we've set up a lane where if we're going to argue about anything, we're going to be arguing about whether or not it moves or not. We're not arguing about whether or not that is a solution. And also you have, give or take, science on your side, that the transfer of energy can be like that can be super glued down to the bar. And in fact, they can press down. You at that point, if they argue, it's like, well, you press down as hard as you can, make sure it doesn't move. And is it not moving? Click, click, click. It's not moving. Great. And then you set it there, and it goes deep, and then it transfers the energy. And now you've settled the argument, but you've also moved the interesting part of the discussion, which brings me to another kind of meta stuff. We're far along in this now that we could talk about the meta construction of narrative stories. I try never to entirely close the loop. A good conversation, a good bit is like surfing a wave. You want everything to almost be wrapped up, but never quite. Because if it's all the way wrapped up, the audience, the volunteer, has no job, and then they lose interest, as well they should. They're not needed in the story. Whereas if we were able to set up an opening right as we get to the solution so that they naturally know where to fill that air with the next evolution of the conversation, then we're gonna do. Say, hold on, hey Dad, here, come on in. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Papa Brushwood. It's my dad. What are we mowing the lawn?
I don't know.
Okay. What do you mean? Why else are you here?
Are we both on? Yes.
Oh, mowing the lawn.
Mowing.
Are we mowing the lawn? Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Well, here, I'll wrap up in a bit. But here, say hi to Dad, everyone.
Hi.
There we go. Bye. Where were we? Oh, yeah, your job is to keep the meta ahead of everyone at all times. Let's see. Why is he here instead of lowering the price of oil? Get out there, Dad. Go lower the price of all oil. So, on this, the only things I'm going to dig myself on are not having as polished a story. Again, shouts out to these opening shots. That's a fine one. I think that the end one is better. Yeah, you get that long depth. Oh, that's a tasty one. That's more what Brian likes. Brian likes that bush. There we go. All right, gang, place your bets. How many views did this one get? Posted, I believe we are up to June of 2009. So this is part of the soup that got dumped when the channel launched around September. So BioCow says his guest is 16,666. Oh yeah, it's Adam. Does a little bit over, pulls that nasty Price is Right move. 17,000. G James B says 8,000. Banterat at 22,000. Magic 51, 33,000. Earth 56, 32,000. Flying Car 100, 18,000. Curtis Hoffman with a super low one, 2,000. Joey H 666 taking 25,000, and the actual, real, honest to goodness. Whoop, can you see it? That's a pretty good trick, actually. Oh. 7.8 thousand views? Are you kidding me? It's another hidden gem. Who was closest? G. James B was the closest with 8,000, but it was even lower than that. That's amazing. Congratulations, G. James B. You, there we go. Boom. There we go. You should, oh, you know what? Maybe this is where, guys, maybe that's what we do with this. Maybe we build a Hall of Fame. Here, I put the date on there. We should put G. James B as a winner today. G. James B. B with 200 off. Here we go. Yeah, I really like this tool, guys. I really like this whiteboard. I maybe will start. I see what you did there. I maybe will start another one, but I love the idea that you guys just build a map that we can poke around in. So yeah, what I'll do is tomorrow I'll create a new whiteboard and I'll find a way to integrate it so y'all can fill it up with agenda items, and then we can. That's great. Super rad. Well done, G. James B. Well done indeed. Oh, wait a tick. Oh, hey, hold on. I just realized I could do this right now. Hold on. Nice. By the way, I can tell that the show's getting better because people are now getting annoyed, not at what it is, but what it isn't yet. They can see the shape of what this stream wants to be, and people are mad that it's not already there. Sorry, that's not how it works. That's not the order of things, my friend. First, we must fall, then fail, then flounder, then we feast. And in this case, what I'm going to do is I will... Behold. I got them glue dots, by the way. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I have a new trick that I understand how to do, which is to add an input, and I will do a desktop capture, local desktop capture, just of, oh, I don't know which Microsoft Edge it is. Maybe 3? Let's see if it's 3. Nope, that's the wrong one. So let me do change. I'll do my local desktop capture, Microsoft Edge 2. We'll see if that's it. Nope, that's not it. Will do. Guys, I have a feeling I know which one it is. We're going to do Microsoft Edge. There we go. Okay. So in this case, now what I could do is... Okay. Yeah. So then, look at this. Hey. Yeah, and so then what I could do... Oh, are the spells going? Did I leave the spells on? Son of a gun. Y'all were so respectful. Thank you for not running spells during the show. Let's see. So now what I want to do is I will grab... What do I want to... Maybe... There we go. I guess what I'll do is I'll add another layer here. I may be out of layers on this. Indeed I am. Vert waterfall, the bug. Okay. Yeah, this one could be desktop capture 27. There we go. Oh no. So I've got to do the flip. Oh, whoa. Did it not play the sound on that? Look at that. All kinds of things are messed up. Okay, so if I'm going to do that, then... Oh, I'm going to have to remember how to do the Luma thing. Hold on, guys. This will be worth it. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I have to go to this remarkable reversed Luma. And if we go to color adjust, I stretched the black and white to flip it. And the color key is set to white. And then I slightly upped it with the Luma key. Got it. So if I do the same thing on this one, I go to color adjust. I'm going to stretch the black and the white. There it is. Now it's reversed. And now I go to color key. And I think I upped it just a little bit across the board. Huh. Oh, color key should be white. There we go. Okay. Hey! So now, also, it's tempting to forget to do this. So I'm going to go general. It's going to be Luma whiteboard here. Boom. So now, if I do this, guys, look at this. Oh. So now what I could do is I can go to position. I could just zoom this in a bit. Zoom it in just a bit more. Okay. And then, now it works. No matter what we have going on. No matter how busy things are. Look at that. There you guys is. Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did that fade out on its own? What was that? Oh, you guys did a spell. That's what happened. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'll figure out a button to put that on. Oh, or maybe I just do it right now. Sure. Could do W. What would be a better... Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah, here we go. So I'll go to settings. Go to shortcuts. Thank you, co-host. Press this button. Select it. Oh, add. This button. Function. Oh no. Oh no. Overlay. Overlay input 7. Or maybe... Oh, I don't know which one. I'll say... Sure. Overlay input 8. Input Luma whiteboard. Display thumbnail. Okay. Okay, so let's see if that does it. Oh, look at that. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. We got it. Now I just got to change the label to it. And then I'll go to Stream Deck. We'll go to Stream Deck 6. We'll take this guy. We'll title him Whiteboard. And I will grab a photo. This will be the canonical photo of this. Bloop. And then I'm going to paste from clipboard. That's what that means. Hey. Look at that, guys. Now, whiteboard. Always here. Even if nothing else is. Even if this is all that's there. Hey. And now, there we go. Congratulations, G. James B. You are a winner. Oh, that's actually pretty great. Whoops. Sure. G. James B. Awesome. Now I can get rid of that. And now we can get back over here. And now we can get back to brass tacks. Look, man. Here's the thing about the internet. It's filled with a bunch of people making mistakes. Everybody's saying nasty things. They're not really thinking about what they're doing. God bless them. We're just gonna make their day a little bit brighter. How do we do that? We're gonna trace back to years old comments and respond with human positivity. Here, I'm gonna post the URL right here in the chat. Ooh, that's right. You know what? Here, as a matter of fact, while I'm doing this, watch this. Here we go. So you guys have a map. I'm going to set actual start time. There we go. So there's actual start time over me. Y'all go nuts. Y'all can draw whatever you want on my face while I'm working. That enlighten us. How did you do the frozen bottle cap? I think it's time you teach us. That's a cool marketed effect by Adam Grace. Whoops. Called Frozen. Look it up! Exclamation point. Heart. The best show on the internet. I'm a bit late to your comment, but thank you, kind sir. Pew, pew. It's been long enough, Brian. Tell us how you did the frozen cap. That's Adam Grace's effect frozen. It's awesome. But what was he doing in the beginning? Magic. Oh, that's great. Well done. More like 2 girls, 1 cup. $15 years ago was crazy. How do you frost the cap up at the beginning? That's Frozen by Adam Grace. Oh, wait. Past Brian said, ooh, that's a cool one. Heh. I'll just heart my own reply. Indeed, it is. Look up Newton's Cradle for more. True, but it'd be much less impressive. Alternate solution 1, lift the table. Alternate solution 2, thumb the table hard. Blow the antimatter cap away. Ooh. Blowing is a good solution. I'd have to bow to that one as I set it up. Aha! Ahoy! That's pretty good. That's a pretty good bit. Well, now I feel bad having to get rid of the whiteboard. Boop. Oh, if I need to look like I know what I'm talking about, I have a button for it. Yes, I've aged. I'm aging before your eyes. All right, so today I got I'm on the lookout for forget it. Here, let's just talk about this. Attorney General Bonta. Sounds like a Star Wars bounty hunter. Bonta warns Californians of investment scams on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. This is an official memo coming out today. Attorney General Bob Bonta today issued an alert warning Californians about the prevalence of fraudulent investment scams across meta platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. Boy, just right on the bleeding edge, huh? After the court decision comes out and they talk about the fact in discovery that Meta was well aware that there were scams that they were accepting on their platform. Now, I do believe in this part, we've seen an uptick in investment scams across Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. What I bristle at is the suggestion that it's only on these platforms, but it's close enough. If you're going to bag on Meta, that's fine by me. Some common social media investment scams. The pump and dump scam. If you're unfamiliar, pump and dump schemes, this is where you, in financial circles, a pump and dump is You buy low, you pump it up with news items that are placed to drive hype, and then you dump it. In a pump and dump scheme, victims are lured into online investment groups and convinced to invest in low-price stocks or volatile cryptocurrencies. The scammers advertise hype and recommend buying the stocks or cryptos, increasing their prices. They sell when the price is high, and the victims lose their money. Something, a certain Bitcoin that our president issued. The bait. Scam ads appear on Facebook or Instagram featuring recognizable figures like a bunch of names without their permission. Yeah, Meta does let that stuff slide. The ads often promise exclusive insider memberships, guaranteed high return investment tips. Then the shift. This looks very written by ChatGPT. Once a user clicks the ad, they're pressured to move the conversation to a private room. Yep. They're funneled into group chats. So here's the thing is subjectively, ultimately, all of these schemes, as described here, what they're doing is they're moving the individual cell of a human into a location where their information diet can be more tightly controlled. You see the same structure in a cult. They cut off contact from the outside world because you don't want your nodes talking to other nodes. And then once they're siloed, objectively, you wake up, you consume so many stories, then you go to bed. If you're siloed, then those stories are all going to be tightly controlled, telling one narrative, getting you super energized and hyped about it, eventually draining your wallet. The confidence scam. Oh, by the way, the inverse of the pump and dump is the short and distort. In that one, what you do is you don't even buy a position to begin with. Instead, you short a stock, and then you release a bunch of false news about it, distorting the truth about it, and then you sell, or you exercise your short option when it tanks. The confidence scam. In confidence scams, fraudsters develop trusting relationships with their victims and convince them to invest using fake investment platforms to drain the victim's money. These scams also follow a 3-step process. This is the same structure as a romance scam. Basically, you build up affinity and affiliation. You run up the clock through time, and eventually there is a thingy, a black box that money goes into and then vanishes. In the case of a romance scam, it's, I need help with blank, and it's just a perpetual story after story. The bait. Scammers post ads suggesting investors can make money using an investment platform or strategy. Once the user clicks on an ad, they may be asked to enter their contact information or take it to a different website to do so. Again, you want to pull out and you want to see the big structure is, let me guess, step 1, sever the node from being interconnected with all the other nodes. This is part of the reason I encourage people to diversify their portfolio of decision-making responsibility. You should, number 1, be very careful about who you surround yourself with. Put a lot of thought into whether or not that is, and whether or not you want to be more like these people or not, which is difficult because a bad faith actor could present themselves as one way and then turn out to be another way. But once you have people with a long track record of being trustworthy, then you become incredibly robust, and it's very difficult to get one past you because you have so many people to check in with. And that is part of the reason seniors get taken by so many of these scams, is because they're often profoundly isolated. The investment. After the user provides their account information, they're contacted by scammers who develop a relationship of trust and confidence with the victim. Scammers may offer to teach the user how to trade or on a fake investing platform, or connect with the victim using their own personal advisor who will speak with the user daily. Yeah, dude, this is the part that terrifies me. This is the reason that I'm dropping everything to fight the scam apocalypse, is because right now there's some point when the resources are just not worth it because the humans are too expensive to feed and house and pay. That's not the case anymore. Scammers then guide their victims to a legitimate-looking website or app, often a clone of a real trading platform, and ask victims to invest a small amount of money at first. The app will show things going well. Over the course of a few days, they may even let them withdraw some money. Yep, this is all part of the pig butchering scam. Once the victims seek to withdraw their profits, they're told they need to pay some kind of fee, like a commission or tax, and then that's usually the end. Protect yourself, Californians. Just Californians, huh? Okay. Okay, what was your name? Bonta. Otajija Bonta. Ho, 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 ho. Californians should take the following steps. Identify red flags. Promises of guaranteed returns. No legitimate investment is risk-free. Yeah, that's also pretty easy to copy the text of. High-pressure tactics. Yeah, that's true. Although that is about to go away because of robots. High pressure, the whole reason for high-pressure tactics is partly to rob you of the 80% of your thinking brain and get you to just reply on gut instinct, but it's also because they only have so many hours in the day. Robots got infinite hours. Celebrity endorsements. Scammers use fake ones. Yep, that sounds right. Crypto. If you hear the word crypto, it's a black hole. Money goes away. Request to accept other people's money. This all follows under the bucket of that's weird. Whenever there's a that's weird, always there's a reason that it's not weird. And you're like, oh, okay. But what you want to do is you want to pay attention to the rhythms of those, not to the specifics. Platform hopping. Yeah. Be aware when you're moving the party from place to place to place. Verify these things. Let's see. FINRA's broker check. Interesting. I've not poked around with broker check, nor do I know what FINRA is. I'll have to check on that. Check email addresses. Yeah, know who you're emailing. See, now this one I don't like. No. Actively bad advice. Actively doing harm. Look for spelling errors. Not only are you giving everybody a false sense of security that they are cleverer than the scam artists, it is also not true. There will be no more spelling errors. In fact, if anything, the tell is going to be precise spelling. If you see emojis and excellent formatting, then you should be alert. Consult with a trusted advisor. Yep, that is right. However, think about the timeline. I'm your trusted advisor. Also consider the possibility that you've been handed over to other people at some point. Follow warnings from current advisors. Trust your instincts and think twice. Yep. This is the classic. And now it undoes its own recommendation. Beware of deepfakes. Reverse search. Search for the... I love the fact that it just says this and then doesn't tell you how, although that's fine. I mean, now you can just ask a robot. Beware of advice. This is... yeah. All right, now I'm just annoyed. This all boils down to artifact, book learning. As you guys know, I have thoughts on all of this. Let's see. Seeing more than one M dash in the wording is now my red flag. Yeah, that is, Cliff Horn, it's important to remember that is a temporary artifact, so be ready for that to change. Never invest in something from Facebook. Now we're talking. Yeah, the soundboard, we do need a spell for that's weird. I am FINRA. If it seems too good to be true, tell him to F off. Yep. Yeah, Lucas, we just wrapped that up. We're on to current events. And we're just about to wrap everything up. Yeah. Yeah, RIP M dashes for a moment. I'm waiting for them to take away my beloved semicolons next. That's the new punk rock. Who uses semicolons? The world ain't broken. Just the fake world revealed itself that it's fake. That's fine. Congrats. Peel off that mask. See the world as it is, not as we would like to believe. Good morning, Annalisa. Hey, Annalisa's here. This is my reminder to you beautiful people that if you go to scamstuff.com, if you are in the Austin area, there is, look at that, boop, a little get-together we're doing on Saturday. maybe a dozen, 2 dozen people. Hit us up. Show up, bring something. Bring some food or something. We're just going to hang out. Not a show, not doing an event, no guests. We're just hanging out. Ha, take that. How do you like that? I'm sure I'll see you next time, BioCow. Surround yourself with trusted professionals like Brian, known rogue, Brushwood, and Andrew, never trust Maine, and part-time pirate, JRY. Now you're talking. Okay, a new variable to discuss for Saturday. Well, there we go. When am I coming to Canada? I was just there. I'll have to go back again for you. I'll actually be in the Seattle area. Yeah, I don't know if that counts. Banterat, I was under the impression that the giveaways have kept on going. If they aren't going, we'll make it a top priority to resume it because they definitely need to be. Yeah, I'll let you guys know when I come up to Seattle. There's a institution in Seattle that I have cause to visit. Yeah, man, good video today. Good time hanging out. Thank you guys. Look at that. I'm going to turn on the whiteboard. Boop. And then, oh, wait a minute. Hold a tick. What is this bedevilry? Hold on. Let me get rid of this. There we go. I guess that's right. And then now, oh. Wait. There they are. There they are. You beautiful, beautiful people. Wah, 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 wah. All right, now we're talking. You guys go nuts. Here, I'm going to find a virgin area of this. There you go. Congratulations to G. James B. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or actually, tonight we got Cord Killers. Cord Killers tonight.